guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to talk about my recent hospital visit where I saw the doctor. I got new treatment and of course a lot of blood work and CT scans. So let's get started. I had my appointment on January 10th, so it was not so long ago. I had to wake up at 4 a.m. I really hate waking up so early since I had to be there exactly around 9. So you know where I live, it's a 4-hour drive. It was really crazy, and especially that night, I did not have that much sleep. You know, I did not sleep that many hours. I only slept like 2-3 hours. But I stayed awake with my parents, you know, talking about life in general and stuff. And of course I had a little nap, like maybe an hour nap, because I was really tired. When I get to MD Anderson, I had to print out my schedule. I always do that to make sure, you know, if I have any new appointments coming in the future. It always lets me know, and I love printing it out because it's really useful. So my first appointment was blood work, and I hate blood work. I hate it. I know it's mandatory for me, especially my condition. They want to check the levels, they want to check this and how I'm doing the treatment so that I can accept, but I really hate it. When I get my first blood work done, I went upstairs to go see the doctor. I was waiting in the waiting room. It took a few minutes, and then I got a call from the doctor. The nurse like, oh, pick up the phone that you're next to. The doctor wants to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. I talked to the doctor, and the doctor's like,
hey Stephanie, you need to go get more blood work done. I'm really sorry about that. We just need to check before, you know, we give you treatment. If you're doing fine, everything, they just missed some blood work and you need some specimen.
And I'm there on the phone like, do I have to? I just took blood work and I don't want to. But of course I was saying that in my head. And so my dad took me down to the second floor where I take my blood work done, and I was waiting in the waiting room. I was like biting my nails, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want him to poke me again. I hate needles. I'm terrified of needles. Because sometimes I could feel, especially it depends on the person who does it. I can sometimes feel it, sometimes I can't. But luckily this time I did not feel it that bad. After I was done with that whole crazy mess of the blood work and specimen, I went upstairs to go see the doctor again, and I had to see the doctor before a CT scan. At first it told me, you know, before the appointments, okay, you're going to take the CT scan before the doctor, but they changed all that since the doctor was going to leave early because my main doctor had to leave because his baby was being born. So that I can understand, you know, who wouldn't want to be there when their newborn is born. So we were talking, and he said, okay, we're ready for, you know, for you to start your trial. Your medicine will be ready to pick up in an hour and everything. And before I saw the doctor, oh my gosh, let me talk to you about the waiting area. It took forever. He took like a long time to see me. It was like I was starving. I couldn't eat anything because of the CT scan that I was going to have to take. So I was like, I want to eat something. I'm so hungry. But, you know, I guess I was on a diet on that one day. Because me, like I'm a Hispanic, I love eating food. I don't know about you guys, but I love Mexican food, I love Colombian food. Like I just love to eat. I can't say no to food unless it's spicy or some weird stuff that I've never seen. I was like, I better not. So the doctor put in the orders for the medicine, and while it was gonna take an hour, so we had to go to the CT scan. So we went straight to the CT scan, and of course we waited there again in the waiting room like always. Like they love making people wait, and like when I go in there, I see that there's so many empty rooms, and I'm like, are you for reals? Are you for reals? Well, let's talk about before I go to the CT scan. Well, we're going to Mace Clinic. We have to take this tunnel that is from MD Anderson to Mace Clinic, and it's a really good amount of walk. Whenever I go to the hospital, I don't really use my crutches because it's too much for me to walk in and I start hurting. So I usually just sit in a wheelchair from there, and I'm like, okay, you know, just take me, it's fine. So my parents had to walk a lot. I could say maybe it's a mile, or maybe less, half a mile, I don't know, but I know they walked so much, so it's really funny seeing them walk. Okay, we got to the CT area. We had to wait. They gave me this orange, this big orange juice cup with this contrast in it for the CT scan, and let me tell you, that thing was horrible. I usually get apple juice, but they didn't have apple juice, they only had orange juice and sodas. And oh my gosh, it was so horrible, the taste and everything. And I had to drink it for an hour before I go in for a CT scan. So I was like, okay. But I kind of drank it really fast that day because I was really hungry and really thirsty. And I was like, ah. So I did what I had to do. And there was a lot of people in the waiting room. There was a lot of, there was this 2 people that kept coughing a lot, but we sat kind of far away from them because I was scared of what they had and I didn't want to catch it or anything, because you know, usually in hospitals people are sick, it could be anything. After I had finished my orange juice, like I had to leave a little bit in the cup. They call my name, they say, Stephanie Ramirez, please, blah, 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 blah. And so I'm greeted by this nurse, and they take me in the back to get my IV started. And I really, really hate IVs. They poked me already. I told them, like, well, I don't know, can't you do it in my port? You know, it's much easier, because I already poked both of my arms, and I've been there before where they poke 2 in my arms and they need to poke again, and it hurts really, really bad. And she's like, no, we can't do it in your port. It has to be, you know, in one of your arms. So again, I picked the first arm that they poked during that day, and I picked my right arm, and luckily I didn't really feel that much. I felt a little bit of burning, but not like, oh my gosh, it hurts really, really bad. No, thank God. And then after they put the IV, they switched me to another room, to this waiting room, and they put the Benadryl. Since I'm really allergic to CT iodine, they put this thing called Benadryl. And it makes me really sleepy, really moody, especially if I haven't eaten. It makes me so pissed at everything if I don't get some sleep or some food at that time. So he's putting the Benadryl, and I start like, you know, like I'm trying to hold it as much as I can, but it doesn't help when you don't get that much sleep when you leave at home to go to the hospital, so it doesn't help at all, sorry. And so I started getting sleepy, and then that's when they called me in for the CT scan, and then I went in. It was really quick. I hate the contrast that they put in when they hook you up in the machine. It's this contrast that makes it feel like a burning sensation all over your body, and sometimes I feel like I'm peeing in myself when I know I'm not, but it's just like a few seconds and then it's gone. And then of course they always recommend that after the CT scan you need to drink a lot of fluids, because you want to wash it off your kidneys so your kidneys won't get damaged because of. And then the best part, the last part that happened during that day is I had to get my flush. I had to get my port flush on my chest, which is right here. And I hate that part. I hate when they poke me there and they have to, you know, but I know I don't want to get any blood cloth, which is really bad. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. So the lady, she's really nice. I told her if I could record her doing it. She's like, yeah, just record my hands. I'm like, yeah, that's all I want to do. Just, you know, record your hands how you're doing it. So in this video, you can see how she's cleaning the area first, and then she's, you know, alcohol. Then she's letting it dry. She's putting this padded thing over it, and then that's when she starts to, you know, poke it, and then take, you know, see if the blood return is good or not. And then they put this saline in, and this yellow tube thing that I forgot what it's called, but it's for the port not to get clogged up or anything like that, so I won't have any problems. So yeah, you guys, that was my whole day there, and I hope, you know, you guys enjoy this video. And again, you guys, thank you for all the love and the support. It really means a lot to me. All my links are down below. I love to talk to each one of you and get to know each one of you individually. I always, you know, if you have a question, I always write back. And just thank you again for the support. And before I let you go, you guys, I have I don't know if some of you know, I have this shop called the Etsy. It's an Etsy shop. It's Etsy.com, and of course my name is always the same, Pink90 Says. And I'm adding new stuff for Valentine's Day, so if you guys want to check it out, it really helps out for my family and I, for especially that my dad doesn't have work right now. He got laid off. There's not that much work right now, so it's like I'm trying everything that I can to help them out. So it's really, really hard, but we'll get through this. You know, there's hard times or good times, but eventually there'll be greater times, and I know that for sure. And then one more thing I was gonna say. Oh yeah, for people that have asked me, a lot of people ask me, what does Pink90 Says mean? Well, I'm gonna let you know right now in this video. Pink is my favorite color. I love pink, even though I'm wearing blue right now. Oops. Oopsie doosey. Anyways, 90 is just the year I was born, and Says comes from the word princess, you know, Sass, but I think that's how you say it. I don't know. So yeah, that's what it means. So thank you guys, and friends. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs this video up. I'll be making more videos soon. Bye, you guys. Mwah.